Welcome back to the Trick Talking Meat podcast. As always, one of your co-hosts, Brother John, and you're not. And with me as always...
The spoiled bat.
Here she goes. I didn't really have anything to say today. We're just going to go with haters.
Haters?
What pisses you off, Allie?
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. I thought you were going to say Josh. I was like, God damn.
Nope. Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon pisses you off.
Joss Whedon pisses me off like no one's business.
Why does he piss you off this week?
Because he's a hack.
Oh, well.
I can go on with this. Like, don't even.
I was gonna say the Karen at Walmart, but okay, go light up Joss Whedon for fuck's sake. What about you, Josh? Who pisses you off? This is the venting episode.
Is it a who or a what?
Just anything.
What pisses me off? The death of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that pisses me
Every
off.
Saturday I wake up, and don't get me wrong, the whole nature thing on TV is cool and all, but that's the shit that comes on after the fucking cartoons.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be better to say the good cartoons on Saturday morning, because everything's turned into like Pokemon, Digimon,
well, there are
collectible card games.
I'd be fine with that.
Something.
I can't even find that shit in the mornings.
Well, everything's got their own channel and network now, too, so I guess because of streaming, it kind of,
it
when I wake up on
Saturday
Saturday or
cartoons.
Sunday morning, I go on there and just go onto the Nickelodeon page or Paramount Plus and just start watching cartoons that pisses Kelly off something fierce. So. Like, why are we watching 30-year-old cartoons? Because they're there.
Yep.
Because the classics never really die.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
And like, you're going to sit there and piddle on your phone all fucking morning in your underwear anyway. Shut up.
But it's
Your bowl of Lucky
like
Charms and shut the fuck up.
Lucky Charms.
But the main
They're magically delicious.
local channels and stuff like that. Kids who don't have streaming and stuff, they don't show anything. They have nothing.
It's not the same. It's not the same. And
Yeah.
I know plenty of kids that are like, they're into like the 80s Transformer cartoons.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
even when my little nephew was like still a toddler or a little kid, I mean, he's in his mid-20s now, but, decorated veteran for God's sake. But yeah, even when he was a kid, like, he didn't want to watch their shit. He wanted to watch the old shit.
Yeah.
Because the new cartoons piss us off.
But the Harlem Globetrotters are cool and all, but I don't care. I just don't care.
Unless they're on an episode of Scooby fucking Doo.
Right?
We don't give a shit.
Care.
Well, now, in that point, too, it's probably the only episode of Supernatural I ever watched. I was like, oh, Scooby-Doo's on Supernatural? That's rad. I'm not even a big Scooby fan. I
need to watch Supernatural. I've never watched it.
My buddy Scott Eaton, he's the voice of Scooby-Doo. I run into him all over the place. But
Nice.
God, he's done like hundreds of Hanna-Barbera characters.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not familiar with it, Cajun Con coming up this fall down in New Orleans. He's putting on a little soiree there.
That's cool.
So tune in. Check it out online. CajunCon.com. Free plug for Scott. But and that pisses me off because there's not a Cajun Con in Birmingham because I'm too lazy.
Yep.
And there's no Cajuns here.
Nope.
Moving on.
Is that what pisses you off, John? Or
No, you know what? We need a Redneck Con in Birmingham.
We're just
Not Gatlinburg.
geeks and cornbread, or is that what?
Geeks and cornbread. Yeah, that's actually kind of catchy. Geeks and cornbread.
That's
Eat it till
right.
you feel it.
That's right.
Eat it till you feel it. Yep.
That's right. Eat it till you pass out on the couch
Yep.
with
Yep.
the belt undone. That's
exactly
Thanksgiving
it.
style.
Eat it till you feel it. Yeah, he's the one who bakes. I cook.
It's my zen.
I
Yeah.
do like
It's
to bake
what
stuff.
calms me when I think about the fact that there's no Saturday morning cartoons.
Right. I'm going to make a delicious banana bread because fuck Hanna-Barbera for not representing on Saturday morning. Fuck you, Fox Kids Animation.
They can have their own fucking stations, but still give shit to the core network. So there's just something on damn TV.
Right.
All the magic is being taken away from kids these days. They just don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
it. That pisses me off.
I
like
saw-
Christmas is kind of a non-thing now. The gig is up on Santa.
I saw the first cartoon.
You can't trick or
not
treat
cartoon,
anymore.
commercial for a toy
Pisses me off.
Really, what
on
was it?
streaming. I think it was a Transformer.
No, when I watch like Disney Plus, I don't pay for the premium
Oh,
or anything, and I do see toy commercials on there.
Tubi throws
Tubi throws a lot of
Lego.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Tubi,
it. I think
Tubi
it
has
was.
algorithms, so they base it
Yeah.
off of whatever it is you're watching.
But
So if
it's
you're
like-
watching a bunch of cartoons and Star Trek and shit, that's the kind of crap they show you. In the
Like, I
commercial
know
breaks.
you
Mostly
don't.
riff tracks, but yeah.
Yeah, we do watch riff tracks a lot. But it's like I know on
That pisses me off because there's no
TV.
Tom Servo or Crow.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that show. Fuck your licensing. Pisses me off.
TV, like, it wasn't it to where like they had to stop doing toy commercials.
No, they couldn't. the rule back in the 80s was that for every bit of animation, you had to have an equal part of live action of the actual toy, because people would just use the commercials and you get the shitty toy, and it's nothing
I thought this was in the 90s. They were like, okay, well, this is brainwashing children into wanting.
You're talking about the like product placement and tie-in stuff that they did. Yeah. And how they forced if there's 20 minutes of cartoon stupidity, there has to be 10 minutes of education or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that was at the end of the cartoon, like G.I. Joe or Mask. They always had the public service announcement, because you can't just have 22 minutes of violence. You got to have some dumb.
But it's like that's why like you could have all these cartoons, and then all of a sudden it's David Attenborough.
What's that?
It's David Attenborough.
Right. But you had to have that little positive zen at the end of every episode. It's like, we just did something horrible. He-Man's knocking guys out left and right, but actually he didn't, because he didn't punch anything. Nope. But
remember, kids,
we're gonna have a chuckle.
Cat looks both ways before crossing the road.
Right. Or hey, stay away from an oven.
Good. That was good.
And now we know, and knowing's half the battle.
Yep.
It always bothered me, too, because, like, the kids would be playing in 2 feet of water, and then Deep Six would just pop up out of the puddle. Like what the fuck were you doing down there, pederast? You can't be, like, he's just waiting for kids, just stalking, like, I know they're going to come play in the mud hole today.
But that's where the more you know came from.
Well, yeah. Well, but actually, you talking about that, one of my favorite things, those old, like, the redubs.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
G.I. Joe,
Body
more you
massage.
Yeah, the
Body
pork
massage,
chops with roadblock or whatever. Barbecue pork chops.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like setting a house on fire.
That and how they keep on trying to get, you can't find it online now because they keep on removing it.
What's that?
The dubs.
Oh, right.
Those like revised.
Well, I
dubs.
mean, let's be honest. That was just a rip-off of what Adult Swim was doing back in the late 90s.
Yeah.
They were coming and getting those old C-Lab episodes like dirt cheap and just retracking them. And they were brilliant. It was absolutely fucking brilliant.
It really was. Yeah,
I mean,
C-Lab.
Uncle George made a whole career out of that. You know? I mean, it was a great idea.
It really was. It was creative. Yeah. Nobody really thought to do something like that, but it was really creative. Everybody was just like reviving things and reanimating brand new stuff, and it's like, no, just recycle the old stuff.
Yeah, it pisses me off. I didn't think of it first.
I know, right?
Right.
Fuck.
Then again, I was like 9, so I mean.
But yeah, what was it? Matthew Steinreich, was that the one that started Robot Chicken? Was he a Toy Fair guy?
I think
Him
so.
and Seth Green started
Twisted Mego.
Yeah, because they used to do Twisted Mego Theater in the Toy Fair
magazines,
magazines, and then they just turned it into a TV show, essentially.
That's generally what, Robot Chicken turned into,
Right. Seth Green backed it up financially, and they could make
God,
it
I miss Toy Fair.
I do too. I miss magazines anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Pisses me off, man. There's no Toy Fair anymore.
Nope.
And what was the other one? The comic magazine that used to do the casting calls and every Wizard magazine.
Yeah.
Was it Wizard? Yeah.
Yep. Wizard.
Right.
Yep.
The casting calls used to piss you off because, like, sometimes they got it dead on. Most of the time they were off.
Yeah.
Sometimes some magazines are trying to make a comeback. Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
Republishing.
Yeah.
It's more like
Josh
a comic book,
metal.
though. Huh? It's more like a graphic magazine comic book, but that's what it was anyway.
Yeah. You should see his collection. He's amassed a lot.
Heavy metals.
Heavy metal. Yeah.
It's a shame we can't get another movie.
I know, right?
I lucked out. There was a guy, his uncle had a comic shop.
Right.
Had a whole bunch, and he was just trying to get rid of them. And I was like, man, you find any more, you just let me know. And he did. And yeah.
You basically bought out all the ones that he had.
You got damn near a complete run for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Heavy metal was cool.
Oh, yeah.
You got some great artists in there, too. Louis Arroyo and...
Yeah, shit. Why can't we get another Heavy Metal? That pisses me off.
Oh, that pisses me off is that Fact 2 movie that just complete piece of shit.
Oh, God.
Julie Strain, we'll use a porn chick and everybody will want to see this garbage.
No, I'm
this
in the
thing
dark
was...
about this.
Have you not ever seen it? It's on Tubi.
No.
Or, I think it's Tubi or Pluto. One of the two's got that movie on there. And I watched it again just to give it a chance, like, literally within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I was like, this movie still fucking blows.
Yeah.
This has none of the magic of the original movie.
Yeah, the original, it had that magic of being an anthology.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that just added flavor to it.
They just cherry-picked some of the best stories from the heavy metal magazine
Yeah.
from over the years that just did shorts about it. But they also had Second City in there doing all the voices for most of that stuff too.
That's right. We do watch it every so often, and then
You get Eugene Levy and John Candy.
You fall asleep during the
I
second
fall
one.
asleep during it.
What, Fact 2 or Fact 2, whatever.
She falls asleep every time I put it on.
The fuck you, whatever that was to the fans.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it had Michael Ironside in it too, man, which is great voice actor nowadays. Mm-hmm. Great actor back in the days.
Yeah.
Pisses me off. Fuck that movie.
Good. First one was good though.
The soundtrack blows.
They made a tie-in video game. I can never get it to install and run on my computer. Fuck that game.
That's right. As the venting episode continues. That's kind of like ever. This is what all this show's barely becoming, is us bitching and complaining about stuff that's not.
I mean, it's a topic.
Sure.
It's entertaining. Which is weird, though, because there isn't a lot of stuff that pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm usually a fairly mellow person.
Yeah.
I jest about all this stuff. We did a whole bitch episode about the Cybertruck a week or two ago.
I mean, I can go on rants, but for the most part, I'm pretty mellow.
I've gotten to the point where I'm old and I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. It's like
Somebody
if you
will
got
start
shit,
screaming
good
at
for
me
you.
in like an Arby's, and I'm just like, whatever, I'm going home. I don't care. Fuck off.
My mentality becomes, I could fucking die in traffic on the way out of here. You're not moving me, bud.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I'm not being dissuaded.
Oh, I've had people come on my streams and try and start shit. And I was like, you're talking to the wrong, person. You're trying to get me riled up and it's not going to happen. And he's, nobody's going to come on your stream. I'm like, you're on my stream.
Yeah, like, what are you doing here then?
Yep. And then he didn't say anything after that. So I'm pretty sure he left.
As an actor and a performer, anytime somebody's bitching about you, you're still watching it.
Yeah.
You can hate me all day long, but you paid to come in here and see my ass to tell.
Yep.
That's a whole thing with the Netflix algorithm is hate watching.
Yep.
Right. Oh, this movie's so fucking stupid, but yeah, you'll go in there and watch it just to see how stupid.
Or I can't believe they made a docu-series about whatever.
Tiger King or something.
Oh, fuck. And you watch it.
Yeah.
And then you're
Because
glued
you're so
to it.
mad.
That's part of the
Yeah,
reason
but-
why we watched Tiger King was just because we were
The hype.
fascinated and all the hype and everybody and all the hate and stuff like that. And I'm like, we need to watch what this is all about. That and it was COVID, so it's not like we were doing anything.
Wasn't much else to watch.
Yeah, we had watched everything already, so.
I think that's what started binging is hate watching.
Yeah.
Started the
Yeah.
binge craze because it's the Harry Potter theory. It's like by the fourth movie I was tuned out, but I had to keep going because I've seen all the rest
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
It's like, well, you got to see how it ends. You've watched the other 18 fucking Star Wars movies. Now what?
Yeah, yeah.
It got all quiet when the train started going by. Fuck that
I know.
train.
Fuck that train.
Pisses me off. Comes by here like 4 times a day.
Yeah, we hear it.
But yeah, it's the streaming equivalent of hate fucking.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
What?
I did not think of it that way, but okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I can see it. But, I mean, I don't know, like,
Oh, here's something that pisses me right off is Hawkeye Season 2 didn't happen because
Right?
of the insult with Jeremy Renner.
right?
Yeah, what the fuck was up with that?
What the fuck were they thinking? Yeah, who's going to come back and do the same amount? I saw an interview with him, man. It was stupid. He was like, they want me to essentially do even more work
Yeah,
and more
twice the work
stunts,
for
more
half the
action.
money.
For half the
for
money.
half the money.
It's, no.
That ain't how the system works, guys.
If they tried that shit on like Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah, he'd
what
laugh
would
in their
the-
face
Yeah,
and-
the fucking
yeah.
reaction would have been.
Right?
That's why they couldn't give Renner his full payday because they had to give it to fucking Robert Downey to play a shit version of Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Which I ain't gonna lie, I do want to see that. I think.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I have 2 theories about that, and I have no clue. I don't know anything about it, but my theory is that sometime after Age of Ultron, instead of building the Patriot system of Iron Man robots, they become Doombots, and he gets so power crazed that he just takes over the world,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
and
That's
Wakanda
legit.
becomes Latveria. If he overthrew Wakanda for the vibranium, he could have become Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Buys his
either
own
that-
country so the
Either
world
that or
can't touch him.
Sokovia taking over the landmass
Yeah.
of
The
Sokovia
whole-
becomes... Yeah, basically.
They did mention Latveria in,
Yeah.
what was it, Black Panther, the
I
first
think
movie?
so.
Yeah, shit. One of the shows too.
Yeah.
Oh, Daredevil.
So either it's
That's
going to
right,
happen,
yeah, they
there's going to be a rift in the timeline from Age
Oh,
of
yeah,
Ultron
yeah.
forward, or it'll happen when he was first captured in the desert in Iron Man 1, and he just says, fuck it, and
He gets
builds
like
a
scarred,
Doom
so
suit.
he does the mask.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he doesn't get out as easily this time.
Yeah.
In this alternate universe. He's not going to be the Doctor Doom.
Yeah, no, he's not the Doctor Doom.
Victor Von Doom from the comic books.
We
it's
think
a timeline.
he's a red herring.
Yeah, he is.
It'll be like a what if
Tony happened to go this way, or
if Yen
his friend from the cave ended up
like dying before.
He doesn't build an Iron Man suit. He buys a Doom suit or builds a Doom suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's physically scarred and physically disabled. More so than the heart, he can't walk, so he's going to build a Doom armor suit and rule the world. I wonder if Doomsday is going to drag us all back into the theaters again. I don't think they can recreate Infinity War and Endgame again.
No,
not on the plot line they've been doing the last few years.
I think it could do the thumbs up. We're not really spoiling anything anymore.
If they do Doomsday right, Secret Wars might.
You're right.
Yeah.
If they do the gut, see, that's the thing too. They're probably going to do the same bullshit where they gut punch us in Doomsday, and you had to wait a whole year to see the comeuppance again. If it's a formula like that, it's like, well, we've already seen it.
Yeah.
I think it's the problem with superhero flicks is they're getting watered down now. It's like we've seen pretty much everything under the sun.
Thunderbolts kind of gave that feeling back to me.
It really did. I had that feeling coming out of Thunderbolts.
It's fun.
It's super fun. It's a great, and it's also pretty heartfelt too. Like,
I went back and I started watching like Black Widow this last weekend, some of the other movies, because I was like, I don't even remember half these fucking people, like Taskmaster and the weird vanishing chick from Ant-Man, and
I'm glad that they gave Ghost, a spot in it, because that actress is fantastic and she's got some great
they're all
timing
really great actors.
They're and Wyatt Russell is just perfect.
Oh my God,
he is so good. He's so much like his dad. It is crazy.
It's kind of like the Beatles and Stone's equivalent to Captain America and
US,
is he a U.S. agent now?
Yeah.
Is that what? Yeah, which is pretty rad.
But it's pretty awesome. He's great in it, and like I said, it's like he's his dad. Like, you can hear his dad in his voice.
The affliction of Kurt Russell.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome.
I met him on the set of Guardians. He's like one of the coolest guys on the planet.
Really?
Yeah, Kurt Russell's fucking awesome.
That's
you
so
talk
cool.
about just a laid back, awesome, just super good dude.
It's one of those instances to where it's like, I'd love to meet Kurt Russell.
That's one of those.
It was very brief.
Heroes kind of
it was very brief, and it was in passing. But yeah, he was a really good dude. I could just tell. You watch people on sets and stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, you can tell how he's treating other people, the lowly folks like us.
Yeah. Which, considering how he's been in the business and high in the business for decades.
Probably 50 plus years. If you think back all the way to the Disney movies in the early 70s. God, he's been doing it since he was a teenager.
The computer wore tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
All that stuff. So he's been around for a hot minute.
And maybe that's what mellows him out. If you've been around, you see what's in the business, and maybe
he's probably
see the errors of your ways.
He's probably been on both sides of that,
Yeah.
Getting treated like shit and treated people like shit, and probably just knows the difference now.
Yeah.
He seemed a very good guy.
Yeah. Anyway. No, he seems like he would be a good guy. Just like I think.
But Jeff who really pissed me off on a movie set? I'm not ever going to say that. I almost came into blows with an A-lister at one point. It was pretty good. But that's a story to ask you about, like at a con or something. Like, I'll regale folks occasionally with that one. But somebody was going to get more than just their feelings hurt. Anyway.
But yeah. No,
I don't know. We'll see with the Avengers. I just don't think that you can get lightning in a bottle twice like that.
No.
And the fact that they're having to bring all Tom Hiddleston and Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland and all these people.
Well, not even just that, but just like, the Fox.
And they haven't announced a lot of these guys, but they're coming back for it. They're not going to skip that dump truck full of money. I don't care how good
I will be stiff Hawkeye isn't in it, though.
Well, if he just burned his fucking bridge, you don't want to do the show, then go fuck yourself. You're not going to be in the movie. I don't think Feige would do that, though. I don't think they're that petty.
Well, and he was very diplomatic in the way that he
he didn't insult
He was like, it was the finance people. It was the finance people.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody.
Fine.
Yeah, in creative, it was
Disney didn't do it. Disney didn't do it.
Yeah.
He was fucking accountants.
I don't know if he had a marketing guy coach him through that. It's like, we know you're pissed, and we know you want to vent, Jeremy, but There's a subtle way of doing it without actually doing it.
Yeah.
And it was masterclass, man. He's
yeah.
a good dude. I met him on the set
yeah.
of Tag. He's a really great guy. So that's insulting to me as a fan that you had so little faith in the Hawkeye season 2 that you're not going to front him the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I admire Jeremy a lot.
And good for you for standing your ground, dude. That's bullshit.
Seriously. Yeah. That is. But I absolutely love Hawkeye. I'm super disappointed about not having a season 2. But I get it, I wouldn't.
And I don't know. Is this a way to pump the fans to get us to fucking get pissed and then get Disney to we'll give them more money and then let's get this season 2, especially with the Thunderbolts? How well that would have tied into that movie,
God,
right?
Right.
Yeah, because he headed up the Thunderbolts for a while,
and that pisses me right off. I'm pissed off for you, Jeremy Renner.
Yep, we all are, I think.
If I ever run into you again, I'm going to give you a hug and a pat on the back. Fuck those assholes.
And then another hug from me because I'm probably never going to ever.
Yeah, you never know. He seems like a down-to-earth. He's a very humble, down-to-earth kind of cat. You might run into him at a Winn-Dixie or something. I mean, it's not likely, but it's possible.
Probably not.
Hey, you never know.
He lives in Colorado?
Young Guns 3 is coming.
Yep.
That's another thing that pisses me off is yet another shit sequel we don't need. Everybody died at the end of the movie. What are you gonna? Yeah, and you're all 70 now.
New actors.
New actors.
You're not young anymore.
New actors again.
But Emilio Estevez is in it, and so is he, and they're talking about everybody else, like Kiefer Sutherland and. The Goonies is getting a sequel.
Yeah, Goonies is.
What the fuck is up with that?
No, somebody roll a fucking newspaper up and slap Spielberg in the nose and tell him no. No. Don't you shit on our childhood, man.
Now, 15 years ago? I'm probably let's get a second. But no, we've been hit with too many. Well, I mean,
they've been talking about a sequel to Goonies for years now.
You know what? You know who did it. We could be pissed at Tom Cruise because fuck him too. He pisses me off. He did a Okay, let's be honest.
Continuing with this,
Maverick was fucking awesome, and then once Maverick hit, nostalgia. We all got to go back and revisit these characters now. I think Kevin Smith did it first, though. I guess with Clerks, but
yeah.
I mean, Clerks 2 was like a 20-year gap, and
he had Clerks 3. That was
it was decent. I liked it. I liked the
closure.
I thought he ended that whole series really well with that.
It was needed. It was
Kevin's had a couple of questionable movies over the last few years that were just they were all right, I guess, but they weren't. Again, you're not capturing the lightning in the bottle like you did with Clerks and Mallrats and Dogma and Dogma. So they're saying that they're bringing that back to theaters at some point. I think he's touring around with the movie. He got the rights back to it. So
nice.
Because they couldn't
find it anywhere.
Well, no,
you
because
can't.
You can't. They wouldn't let it be distributed.
Well, it wasn't that. It's just he was trying to get it back from Harvey Weinstein, and they finally, I guess, got the rights back to the movie. So,
but that's from what I understand.
And that movie
that's
really
why
pissed
you can't
people.
Get on DVD or anything like that. Is that they stopped distributing it.
And I will tell you this: did you ever see the interview on YouTube of Kevin Smith protesting his own movie at the local theater when that movie came out? The dumbass newscaster had no idea. He was out there picketing with the rest of the Catholics and shit. This movie should be banned and blah, blah, it's horrible. He's making fun of Christ.
That's amazing.
I think I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, and the local news just had no clue that it's his fucking movie. I love it.
That's hysterical.
That's hysterical. That's like boss points right there.
Yeah.
I hope one day to be popular enough to where I can protest this bullshit. You shouldn't listen to this podcast. It sucks.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of filthy miscreants. Especially that tall one, that bastard. And I'll have to be sitting down when I say it.
I told Josh earlier in the car, it's glad that I'm the most mature out of all of us. He goes, you're sometimes the worst.
I'm sure when we turn this shit off and you guys are on the way home, that's when all the filthy stuff starts coming out.
At times. Yeah, I was showing her the text.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was showing her the text.
What text?
We were on our way.
Oh, the squirt and eggplant. Yeah, I saw that. It took me a second. I was like, well, I'm glad you're coming, but not that kind.
Yep.
You save that for when you all get home, you pervert.
I'm here trying to drive. I'm like, oh my God.
The hotel staff at the John Radisson is off this week. Don't be filthying up the sheets.
He's like, stop at the stoplight. I got to show you something. And he starts showing me as I'm
and the first thing he thought of is he's going to whip his dick out. And you're like, oh, it's a text.
I'm like, can I stop the car first?
I was having it ready.
Yeah.
And then he was going to
That
show
takes
you
you
his
about
dick.
a half hour. So I mean,
Let me show you something. It was a Fire Marshal Bill. Yes. Oh, lovely. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Now, I had a thought, and I've lost it because I was thinking...
Sorry.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, well, yeah. He basically started that here recently with all the remakes.
Yeah.
Now everybody's got to have one. Young Guns, fucking Goonies. Star Trek is back in the mix again for the umpteen billionth time since the last garbage movie they did.
Yeah.
It's sad, too, especially franchises that we want to see more of. It's like you got Patrick Stewart begging them to do another movie, one more movie.
Yeah.
But I actually hope they don't do it. Picard Season 3 was the bow tie. We don't need anything else.
It really was.
Leave it alone.
It really was.
But I do want to see Legacy. So, why would you make that a TV show? Anyway.
Yeah, we're still behind on a lot of that.
Star Trek Discovery pisses me right off. Fuck that show. That was not Star Trek, and they should be ashamed of themselves. That's one show I'm never getting on. I guess I just burned my Star Trek bridge.
Burn the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the jump the shark moment for Star Trek Discovery? Oh, I don't know, the first 2 minutes. And the fact that they tried to slow death all the way through 4 or 5 seasons of that hot garbage.
Did they end it? Or they finally did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to really take a shit on the fan base, they did a Section 31 movie just to really insult us.
I saw about that. Yeah,
and I've had people tell me, I refuse to watch it based on principle. There's very few things that I will bitch about that I've not seen, and that's one of them, because I just know it's just going to piss me off even more. Snake Eyes, the movie, would be another one. I just refuse to watch it based on principle.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I am with, was it Firefly?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't
won't
watch it based on principle. I've only seen part of Firefly, and Serenity, but that's all I've seen.
If it was that good, they wouldn't have canceled it after like 12 episodes or whatever it was, one season, you know.
But once again, Joss Whedon.
But I mean, I've met a bunch of the, over the years, actors from it and everything like that.
Yeah, he's met Gigi Edgley twice. Oh wait, no, she was on Farscape.
Farscape, yeah.
Never mind.
Better show.
All right. How bad did that piss you off?
That's not the word for it.
I'll see another phone call in his future someday, but next time I'm going to get it on camera. You know what's funny? I always call your wife first, too, and I'm like, hey, Allie, guess who's sitting next to me again? I'm going to call Josh, make sure he picks the phone up.
Well, it's like I've got WhatsApp and I've got Facebook Messenger, so, I can always do the FaceTime thing, even though I'm
You fully have my permission, like, if that's getting arranged and I happen to be at work, just drag my ass away from whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, it's not going to happen unless it's on the spot.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if I'm at work, just... Yeah.
I'd be like, I can drive there.
You can text me and say, you can do a cold call beforehand to get me away from the desk. Like, Josh, you gotta go. I need to talk to you about something.
She's gonna end up doing a con here in Birmingham one day, and I'm gonna drive her to the library while you're at work and have her come in there and get a membership.
That would be.
Do you have any ID? Are you fucking serious? What, do I have to be fucking blue to get you to give me a damn library card, you son of a bitch?
It's like a bluish gray white.
Right, whatever.
Put in the Solera lenses.
Those things suck.
Yeah.
Those piss me off. Those definitely piss me off. I'm not even being funny now. Those things suck.
Yeah, no, I can't stand my regular contacts. I don't know if I could be able to do a full Solera.
Right.
Ugh.
They suck. You don't want to bother trying it, believe me.
They're a pain in the ass to get in.
Well, that's why they have that optician like on the set.
Yeah,
to get them
to
in and out
measure
for
you.
Yeah. You got to get fitted for those like everything else. It's a whole thing and a process. And I'm blind, so I have to wear contacts underneath them, so it's 2 lenses.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that would be so uncomfortable.
But it was Guardians of the Galaxy, so like you could have told me to dive off the building, I would have done it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Chief Gun rules. Fuck yeah, I'll do it.
I mean, yeah.
Right. But now that I have a permanent eye damage from wearing those, I have a left eye that's got like a myoclonic twitch now that won't ever stop. I think it was because that's the first and only time I've ever worn contacts in my entire life was that 4 months of making that movie, and they've been fucked ever since. So, small price to pay, it was worth it.
Yeah, I can only wear mine for a certain amount of time, and usually I don't.
Right. pisses me off.
They're terrible. Contacts are terrible. Ugh. It doesn't even seem like they do anything either. Sometimes it makes it seem like they make everything more blurry, but I've got multifocals, so I think that has to do with it.
You know, one thing I saw on the internet that was kind of funny, and they'll never do a Back to the Future trilogy or remake or a sequel, and thank God they shouldn't. Don't fuck with it. Well, I mean, maybe if they're dead, they might try it in 10, 15 years from now, but somebody was suggesting they should do a Back to the Future 4, but use Robert Downey as Doc Brown, and Tom Holland should be Marty. And I would pay to see that. I think those two bouncing off, like Robert Downey Jr. playing Doc Brown, I mean, he could really go all in on it.
Yeah.
With the crazy hair and shit, it would be brilliant, man.
I mean, you think about the level he went to for something like Tropic Thunder.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now just crazy old scientist dude.
Now, I'm not even going to lie to you. First time I saw Tropic Thunder, I thought that movie was a complete piece of shit, too.
We saw it in the theater.
Now,
Same.
but when now going
crazy
back
about it.
years later, I've watched it several times.
Yeah.
Now I love it. I think it's
recently.
hilarious. It's,
Yeah.
And only Robert Downey Jr. would get away with blackface in a movie in this day and age. But
that movie aged like a fine wine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those interviews with him on the Joe Rogan podcast where he's talking about like the only reason he got away with that character is because of Simple Jack? Because the retarded thing pissed off the fans more than the blackface pissed the fans off, so it totally took all the shade off of him and put it on to Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I mean...
You couldn't make that movie now. There is no
you
fucking
couldn't.
way. You would be
had that
stoned down to the
discussion
street.
when we watched it the last time. Was that that you could not make that movie?
I think even
nowadays.
Rogan asked him, like, could you make Tropic Thunder today? And Robert Downey Jr. was like, oh, you could do it.
Yeah,
It might be the last thing.
Yeah,
It'd be the last thing you ever film. But yeah, you could do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of shit you can do in a movie, but it might be the end of a career. Yes.
But I think a lot of people didn't like, especially when it came to Robert Downey Jr.'s character. They just saw it like right there in front of their face when they didn't look into why he was in blackface and the reasons why the character, like, it was making fun of people of
The method actor, I think. The Daniel
Yeah.
Day-Lewis type method actor
Yeah.
that just goes so insanely into the role that Christian Bale's losing, like, machinist level weight and just...
Yeah.
Like, there's a fucking line, man.
that, and and how wrong it is
like,
to have
Daniel
the white
Day-Lewis
dude in
made everybody
blackface.
refer to him as Abe off the set, too. Like, whenever he was on the set work, he stayed in Abe Lincoln mode, like, the entire day.
I believe
all
it.
day.
I believe it.
Had to call him Mr. President and shit when he was walking around in craft services. Man, fuck you.
My stance on that shit is if you're not good enough of an actor to be able to turn it on and off,
Right, you
get the
probably
fuck
shouldn't
out.
have done that role in the first place, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I think that's the whole point of this episode, too. We're getting pissed at the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I get pissed at little petty crap. Like, I should be more pissed off at, like, you know, we're not getting a Tropic Thunder sequel because people are fucking pissed off about the first one 20 years later.
Fucking right, man.
Yeah. Like, God damn it, you've kept this from me now. It's like... And I hate fucking Tom Cruise, but I would watch a whole movie him just breakdancing the whole goddamn time in that fat suit, dude.
That's the part I hate the most
What?
that I like.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
that-
he
like,
loves it.
I
That's the
hate
point.
fucking.
But he hates the fact that he loves it.
Right.
I absolutely
I
love
hate
it,
the
and
fact that I love it too,
fucking
because I
hate it.
fucking can't stand Tom Cruise or any of his
same.
fucking movies. But that being said, he's fucking great at that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just proves to me that he's a decent guy. Like,
Yeah.
I bet he's
Yeah.
really fucking cool. Like, he's not Keanu Reeves level cool. We've discussed he's
Nobody
the
will
ultimate
ever
man.
be Keanu Reeves.
Well, nobody could ever
cool,
be, you know, Ted level cool. But,
right.
you know, yeah, Keanu Reeves is the role model of the show here.
We
Right.
love him.
Yeah,
Call me. Yeah.
Well, I guess wrapping up our hatred for this week. That really wasn't the kind of hatred I always thought we were going to just talk about Karens and people fucking with you at Taco Bell. But, like,
Well, I mean,
those piss me off too.
well, they
Yeah.
do piss me off. But I guess that's another episode. So,
yeah.
yeah, I guess from the Trick Talking Meat podcast, tell somebody to go fuck themselves this week and give them the middle finger.
For us.
For us. We
For
love
us.
you. They don't. They don't love you like we do. Because we're fuck boys here on the show.
I mean.
Signing off, kids. Peace.
Bye.
They'll never love you like we love you.
Oh God.
We love you long time. And There's the sound bite after the show.
Yep.